Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danniell Brown, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways you can understand yourself. So it's 3 tips on how you can understand yourself. Now, the first thing you need to do is to keep a journal. The second thing you need to do is to practice mindfulness. And the third thing that you need to do is to practice meditation. Now I'm going to get into all 3 tips, but before I do, let me know in the comment section if you have any other ideas on how you can understand yourself. You never know, maybe somebody else may benefit from it. So share in the comment section other ways other persons can understand themselves. I write in my journal every chance I get because it gives me a chance to write my thoughts, write what I want to get done, write how I feel, ideas. It just allows me to put everything into focus on paper. So it allows me to sit and see things from a different angle. You know, when you write stuff down, when you write stuff down and you can easily see what you're about. Yeah. So writing things down in a book or in a journal, whatever it is, it gives you the opportunity to revisit the details. Alright? It gives you an opportunity to see where you are coming from and where you're going. Keeping a journal is very important, especially when you don't have a lot of friends. You want to unload some of that stress, maybe your day-to-day work. You're not sure who to confide in. You put your stuff in a journal. You literally write them down because it gives you an opportunity to see where you want to go, where you're coming from, and then maybe after some time, you can go back in there and see, what has happened, how you can, better the situation or better your life because everything is literally written down. Now, I won't talk to you about protecting whatever you write, but what I can tell you is writing literally helps. Okay, so I'm going to read something to you. Keeping a journal helps you create order when your world feels like it's in chaos. You get to know yourself by revealing your most private thoughts, fears, and feelings. Look at your writing time as personal relaxation time. It's a time when you can de-stress and wind down. Some persons today use their de-stressing time to scroll through social media or just play a game. But especially now, don't focus on scrolling. Focus on you. See how you're expanding your thoughts and where your thoughts are running to. Sit and think about how you can ensure that you're okay mentally. Journals can be used to track the most important decisions of your life. Imagine putting in details of when you want to maybe get your driver's license and you say, okay, I want to get my driver's license on such and such a time. And then after you get the driver's license, you're going back to TikTok and say, okay, yes, I have my driver's license. That, my friend, is worth the journaling. And yes, I've done it. So I know it works and I know how it feels. When you keep a journal, you can easily track your patterns. What do I mean by this? When you're tracking your pattern or your behavioral pattern, it helps you to achieve goals and respond effectively to challenges. You're also able to see the patterns that get in the way of personal and professional growth and healthy relationships with self and others. By becoming mindful with what you are discovering, you can move yourself from knowing into a doing state. So you see, because you're writing things down, you no longer just write, you're going to actually put measures in place. So writing is not for females, right? Let me just dismantle that myth. Writing is not for females. Look at it as mental health. So write for you, not because you are a female or because you're a male. Write because you need to write. All right? There's no other way I can put this or explain it. You need to write because you need to write. Journals are like creative portals because it's you connecting to your inner self. It's you writing to yourself. It's you being down to earth, honest with yourself. Not being afraid of saying how you feel or feeling some type of way, not being guilty about how you feel about certain things. Journaling helps you to be creative and solve your own problems. So you don't need to depend on anybody. You're just depending on you writing and you seeing your pattern and you changing the pattern if you don't like how it is at the moment for you. When I was much younger and I used to get some big whooping from mommy and daddy, I used to write in my little journal. And at this age, looking back through that journal, I'm laughing because I used to be one ungrateful person. I'm like, I'm going to maybe share that journal with you one day. Yeah. I think it's time I share that journal. But it's really interesting how I used to complain a lot and say, oh, I want this and oh, I want that. But looking back at it now, it gives me a sense of gratitude because not only am I appreciating what I have now, but I am able to connect with persons within a certain age group to help them through things, document things that will bother you over time, right? The second thing is to read self-help books. Now, persons always say that self-help books are not good because it doesn't necessarily help, but that's not true. Look at it like this. You're reading, and reading is very important. Not only does it expand your vocabulary, it allows you to see other person's train of thought, and it allows you to do many different things. It allows you to do things without actually doing them. So, for example, the writer is talking about going to London and you never visited London before, but here you are reading a book about what London is like. All right, so you're getting an experience. Self-help books have helped me because, especially books such as Rich Dad Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and Influence People, those books are phenomenal. It allows you to think on how you can better your life mentally and maybe physically too and socially. So I've done a book review on some of those books before in another video. You can check back and see where or what I've said about those books. Over time, I'll give you some more book reviews on the type of self-help books that you can read to better yourself or to assist in your personal development. The third tip is to practice mindfulness. What do I mean by this? It's literally sitting down after maybe a long day or maybe early in the morning before you start doing stuff. You just do nothing for a good amount of minutes. Maybe five, at least. You can start off with that and then you go on until maybe 30 minutes. Just sit down and think. Some persons use it to read their Bibles, some use it to pray, but whatever it is, you are not supposed to be thinking about your next to-do list. You're supposed to be just listening to your mind. You're supposed to be listening to your thoughts. Just try to be as blank as possible. And when you try to shut things out and things just keep popping in, yeah, allow your mind to just run like that. Just don't stop it. Just allow it to run. You'll be surprised at how problems that you have can be solved just by you being quiet and just listening. Sometimes we get so distracted with what's going on around us, we're not even keen about how we're feeling or keen about what we want to do or why we're doing certain things. But practicing mindfulness allows you or gives you that pause to think. Now, I might have touched on mindfulness in some of my other videos, but I'm going to kind of dive into this one more time just to say that mindfulness is you being consciously aware of your thoughts and your actions. Mindfulness is taking charge of your health and your well being. How can you do this? You know, my sister celebrated her birthday recently, and I asked her what she did for her birthday, and she said to me, I cleaned. No, that's what she said. She said, I'm cleaning. So I said to her, what? And I started to laugh because she said she was cleaning the bathroom. So I was like, you cleaned the bathroom for your birthday? And she was like, it was therapeutic. I'm like, okay. Now that, my friends, is what you called a part of being mindful. Because when you're cleaning, you're not only focusing on scrubbing out whatever, you are considering what you are thinking. Your mind is moving to places wherever it's going, and you're just thinking. You're just thinking, right? So I find cleaning therapeutic as well. I'd be stressed out, but I'm getting up and I'm cleaning my room and I'm washing the dishes and I'm doing all that. But at the end of it, I'm fine because I had time to think. I had time to not stress on matters at hand. I had literal time to think. So try it and tell me how it go, because it really helps. Those are my tips that I use to understanding myself. If you have other tips that you have used in the past that allows you to understand yourself a little bit better, share it in the comment section. I'm sure other persons will appreciate it. And I also will appreciate it because I'm always looking for ways in which I can develop myself. Whenever I learn something, I am going to share it with you. So feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be there listening. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And stay tuned for my next video.